Hello guys, how you all doing, wonderful souls? Get your sticks out. You're gonna need it. This is gonna be a heavy video, but well worth it. A lot of good information hopefully will come out of this video, and it's gonna help you a little bit along your journey hopefully, or it's gonna see how true you are to your own conviction, to your own belief. Do you really, really mean those words? Do you really believe in what you believe? Well, we're going to see after this video if you're still here. Okay, give myself a cleansing because I need one today. Just a little heads up, there's a mass spraying going on at the moment. They've stopped now, but it was partly all morning, all afternoon. The skies were filled with chemtrails, absolutely filled. I did a Facebook video live. You can go onto Bajerski Facebook and have a look at it. You'll see there's planes next to each other. There's planes everywhere just spraying constantly. And that's a good thing, you know. People are saying, oh my God, what's going on? Why is this all happening? You know, and I'll explain in full in a second. But what is the outcome of the fallout? I've done videos on this before. What goes up must come down, and you know, it comes down, and it causes reactions to our body. Morgellons. We are now finding out more and more that people are becoming ill, and through the surface of the skin breaks, and inside the skin, when looked under a microscope, there are foreign bodies in there which are alien to our earth. So things are happening at the moment on a large scale. That's not everywhere, that's in certain parts of the world. But what is in the chemtrails? Well, we now know from science, independent scientists who have gone into the soil, that they know that there is higher quantities of aluminium. And the question simply is, where is this coming from? Well, we know where it's coming from. But from me and you, how do we get affected? What happens to me and you on a daily basis? Well, to be honest, I look up most days now. I try not to look down at my black screen. I try to look up and see what's going on. And these past couple of weeks, it's been pretty good. The skies have been pretty normal. Mother Nature skies, the universe skies, the cosmos skies, everything is as natural as can be. And sure enough, I felt pretty good. For some reason, I woke up this morning and looked up straight away and saw a massive amount of spraying happening. Literally, planes everywhere just kicking out. Listen, a lot of people will be saying, yeah, this couldn't happen, you know, pilots would know about it, you know, and all that. But I actually think a little bit deeper into this, not on a scale of conspiracy, but what say that the pilots have no idea? Who says that there is not a central location that computers can press a button when the plane is in the air and spray anywhere they want? Who says that there is not certain tanks in aeroplanes that were put there prior to the plane being built? Who knows? But what we do know is that a chemtrail is a chemtrail when it stays in the sky and doesn't move apart from spread, and you can see it. A vapor trail is basically you walking on a cold afternoon and blowing out of your mouth and it disappearing. But if you honestly believe that when you're walking for 1 mile and you're breathing and that vapor trail is still there, then you've got to question these trails up there, because these trails should literally disappear, because it's the difference between the hot and cold, right? Just as you're walking on a cold night, your hot air comes out of your mouth and it reveals itself as vapor and then disappears. So we now know And how do we know if people are screaming at this screen now saying, the guy's a quackpot? We now know 100% that they are spraying from NASA's own scientists. It's been revealed. Somebody even rang up and they said, yeah, we've been spraying for a long time. So what's happening? Within, I'd say, 3 hours of me cracking on with my day, being very busy, all of a sudden I got to the academy and we were building something, a piece of furniture. And I said, you know what? I can't do this no more. And I started feeling really, really like I just mentally exhausted. And it isn't because of the work I've been doing, because the work I've been doing in these past few days has been beautiful. No, this is different. This feels different. I feel almost the exhaustion, but coupled with a sadness, with a feeling of depression. Why do I feel so bad? I don't even want to tackle this. It's too much. And I realized I had to stop instantly and walk away and just get out. You see, what's happening is that this disbursement of chemicals, I believe wholeheartedly, and it will come to surpass one day, that we will know that we were sprayed over and that what they placed in these poisons were to dumb us down. And I believe one of the effects is exactly how I felt today. You see, the more humanity is awakening, the more the darkness, the elite, the ones who try to suppress us and enslave us are going to attack us. And they are literally panicking now. And this is why we're seeing a mass increase of spraying, of really manipulating things happening, not only on mainstream media, but on social media, everywhere. So the game is now being stepped up. The game is now ahead. We are now afoot. It's happening as we speak. I was on the Richie Allen show and I was talking about 2020 and what's happening and what's going to happen. And I said, the darkness is going to reveal itself even more. And we're going to see the difference between true light workers and people who are going to reveal themselves to be on the side of the dark, the satanic, the pedophilia, all the badness that these psychopaths believe is the right path, is a real path, because there is no soul, there is no empathy. And you're going to see some really bizarre things on social media as well as mainstream media. People are going to be doing things that are totally weird. And those are the signs that's going to help you say, now you can see what's happening. And we need this to happen, because if not, the people who are half asleep, well, without that hammer blow, without that shock energy, they're never going to wake up. So I believe this is a really beautiful time to be living, even though it's going to be challenging, but it's going to show how strong and powerful you are, how true you are to your real belief system. Are you going to stay grounded? Are you going to fight for your side? Are you going to work towards the light? Are you going to spread that light? Are you going to shine that light over the darkness? Are you going to make a difference in your life and your world? Or are you going to run away? Are you going to hide? Are you going to just get under the covers and say, please leave me alone? This is where the real testimony is, within your power. So now we're at a stage where, Mark's been saying no one has the power over you. This is where it really comes into full effect. And I've been saying this for the past 2 years now. I've been trying to give you this information to say, you are the light worker, you are the ones now. And we have tipped the scales. The scales have been tipped. It's true. The darkness is no longer in control, because the light, there's too much light. There's too many light workers. There's too many healers. There's too many people who can see. And instantly they're looking beyond what we never looked at before. And that's why they're spraying, because they're trying to make everybody feel like I did today. So we don't do anything. We don't say anything. We're dumbed down. We're enslaved in the energy, not only in the spray, but with everything we do, with everything we eat, with everything we drink. So it sounds, whoa, heavy, but it isn't. It really isn't, because once you become aware, that's when the real work starts. You start asking yourself, what do I need to do? How do I need to clear this away? Well, what did I do today? I stopped and I took notice of how I felt. I came away and I got myself into nature, put my feet on the ground, went for a walk. Even though they're spraying, I'm still being healed by nature. I meditated. I cleared away any kind of negative energy that I believed was within. One of the things that I've started to do now, which Don Tolman talks about, is blow your nose, because within the chemtrails there is many heavy metals as well. So if you blow hard and clear this, it helps. Spirulina is one thing. Some people say, well, not so sure about that. I take it. It works. It clears heavy metals. I eat lots of nuts as well. I've got a tin of nuts. I grab a handful of nuts and eat them because they help the mind. And yeah, the other thing which is amazing as well, which is good for not only awakening you, but also bringing you up to a high, is you get orange, fresh orange and pineapple, and squash them together and eat them together. That will lift your energy up and really make a difference. I really enjoy taking, I know it for a lot of people, they struggle with it, but I can feel it in my body, healing my body. Oregano oil, amazing stuff. Get a glass of water and try to get up to at least 14 drops. Start with 2 or 3 drops and work your way up to 14 drops with a litre of water. And that's amazing too. It's really important every morning before you do anything to drink a glass of water to hydrate your body. And then get yourself some fresh lemons, squeeze them, and drink that with a little bit of water if you struggle with just the fresh lemon. I love just fresh lemon without any water in it. It's amazing for my body. These are the things that help us. The sticks that I use, the oils that I work with, the crystals, they all help and make me feel stronger. My energy feels better. Saging yourself when you feel down is amazing. 5 minutes of saging your whole body, and I mean really saging, not just like flipping away, like I mean really getting that smoke all over your body. It's amazing. You will change your energy and it will heal you in many ways. It is now the time to be who you were born to be. This is the moment where you have to now really stand strong. This is the moment that you stand up to the pulpit and say, I know my truth. And with everybody screaming and shouting around you, calling you quack, calling you whatever, now's the time to really know who you are. Do you really believe in yourself, or do you just run away when somebody disagrees with you? At the end of the day, there is going to be people who would disagree, always. So you will know your truth if you start to feel sad or bad or fearful if somebody counteracts you with an accusation or calling you crazy. Because at the end of the day, no matter what happens and whatever belief system you have, you will always have somebody who will disagree. So it doesn't matter if you agree with this person who shouted at you and you've changed your belief system because you fear it, because now somebody else is going to attack you there. So if you say to yourself, well, you know what, whatever I say and do, somebody's going to attack me. So wouldn't it be better to really, really speak your truth? Because at least then, if you're speaking your truth, it is better than lying to sit with a group of people who talk nonsense than being true to yourself and being screamed at. You know what? If there's 1,000 people in this room and they all say that the sea is red And I'm the one person who says the sea is actually blue, but actually it's not blue, depending on the sky. Does the 100 or 1,000 people, because they all say the same thing, is right? You see, to me, it's not about how many people are saying what's right. Just like at the moment, you've got your royalists, the people who will fight tooth and nails for the royals. Yet we can see clearly that this family, at least one anyway, has been protected by the whole of the family because of what they've done. No, that isn't right. Because I'll tell you what, anybody out there who was nobody, who did the same thing, let me tell you, they would be battering rams at their door at 3 o'clock in the morning, and they would be dragged into a cell and they would be interrogated and thrown into prison for 20 years. Now, why isn't that happening in the case of this man? So these questions you just need to ask yourself and open your eyes and you can see the bigger picture. As always, the elite protect themselves. As always, the elite, the ones in power, have their own law, and it does not come anywhere near our law. Our law suppresses us. Their law protects them. So we have to now really get to really look at what's going on, to see it and then to believe it, to believe your truth and know what's right from wrong. So this video will definitely get a load of people angry because I mentioned the royal family. This video is going to get a lot of people angry because they don't believe in the quackery of what people think is chemtrails. Whatever I say, there's going to be a lot of people saying some pretty bad things. But you know what? It doesn't hurt. It doesn't bother me. Because I know my truth. This is my truth, and I speak my truth. I get people who call me all sorts because I say a crystal works in a way that it doesn't work for them, and that they've been doing it for 50 years, and I don't know what I'm talking about. And you know, you'll always get people who will always disagree through ego, through pride, through, maybe that they never became what they wanted to be. And if somebody is doing well, they hate them for it because they think they should have it. Or whatever it may be, whatever they've invested in, and now they see something that gets them angry. So don't be affected by your truth. Spread it, share it, tell people to look up, tell people to think about why this man has got away with what he's got away with. And he's allowed to go on to national TV and talk utter lies. And we can see it plain and clear, and yet nothing happens. He still remains free to be able to be who he is and not be punished for his actions. You can see now how it's so wrong and how we are treated in such a different way to the elite and the royals. So all of these things are happening now for a reason, and they're not to be taken as a negative. They're actually there to be taken as a positive. It is there now to show us quite clearly, in sometimes shocking ways, what's truly happening and what's going on. And only then can the change take place from the world to become equal, for our brothers and sisters to join hands and be as one, to raise the vibration of the world, humanity and consciousness to a oneness. The world will never change otherwise. So we have to eliminate the darkness to be able to raise our consciousness. That's the only way the world will change. On an individual level, we change ourselves, and yes, we have a ripple effect, but eventually we have to raise our consciousness high enough so that we are all on that consciousness, and then we become one and everything becomes peaceful. And that's what we're doing now, and that's what many of us are doing. So if you are a light worker, if you are somebody who shares the truth and exposes the darkness and is not frightened to do that, is confident enough to speak your truth and not be afraid of the backfire, of the repercussions, good on you guys, because that makes you the light worker. That's who I respect. That's who I love. That's who I honor. So keep going, keep shining your light, keep being who you are, and keep being true to yourself. And don't let others sway you. Don't let others frighten you. And certainly don't let others bully you. There is a mass amount of people being employed now. They call them shills, there's lots of names for them, but these people are paid to cause havoc on social media now. So a lot of the accounts that are attacking you are actually not really people. They're all people who work for certain agendas, governments, corporations, to attack. So there's so much happening at the moment, which is really interesting. But like I said, it doesn't really hurt unless you kind of let it hurt you. If you feel bad because somebody said something on social media or to your face and you feel bad about it, then you've got to ask yourself, are you really true to yourself? Yes, of course things upset you, and of course you get a bit downhearted because somebody disagrees with your truth. But you know what? My truth was different from it today. So it's all as it should be. You're always going to get people who disagree with you to some degree. And there is truth in many things, and there is, I have dear friends who don't believe in many things that I say, but they love me as Mark Bajerski. And I think that's ultimately the most important thing with friends and family now. We can agree to disagree. And no matter what happens in our life, friendship, love should come first, not falling out over certain subjects and what we believe and what we don't. It's time to rise above that, because only then that will break through from that very clever manipulation of the dark, the system that deliberately brainwashes us to believe that this side of the government is right, that side's wrong, so we fight together. It's a clever manipulation. This religion is right, this religion is wrong. Great manipulation to fight with each other. I think it's time to stop fighting. Believe in what you want. Allow people to believe in who they are and what they are. Just leave people be and just keep raising your consciousness, and the truth will out and the light will present itself. So keep being the light. Have a great day, guys, from my heart to yours. I told you it was going to be a heavy one today. Have a great day, guys. I'm going to make a video now on a beautiful crystal, and nip over to Mark Bajerski Crystals channel and watch the next video that I'll be putting up in the next maybe half an hour. Should be a really interesting video. You should enjoy it, I'm sure. And thank you for going to markbajerski.com and buying your genuine crystals worked on by myself, and have an amazing day, evening. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.